the most unusual town in every state. These places hold stories, traditions, and monuments that are sometimes a little off the beaten path. Scottsboro, Alabama. Scottsboro has become renowned as the land of lost luggage. The Unclaimed Baggage Center is one of the only stores in the world that sells lost suitcases and their contents. Whittier, Alaska. Whittier is an interesting example of small town life. The entire town is located within a single high-rise building, and everyone in town lives there too. Tombstone, Arizona. What might have been an otherwise literal ghost town is instead kept alive by the legion of tourists that come through. Alma, Arkansas. The Allen Canning Company made Alma famous all over the world by being responsible for a huge chunk of global spinach production. As a tribute to this, the citizens decided to erect a statue of Popeye. Slab City, California. It's no wonder that folks are drawn to the freewheeling culture of Slab City. With no running water, sewage, or electricity, it is the ultimate refuge from modern life and its endless demands. Crestone, Colorado. Crestone is a hippie paradise, and it's easy to see why. It has more spiritual centers per capita than any other U.S. city. Dudleytown, Connecticut. While visiting this abandoned settlement is illegal, Dudleytown is considered by many to be one of America's most haunted destinations. Newcastle, Delaware. Visitors strolling down its cobblestone streets get a real feel for life from hundreds of years ago, including a glimpse of people decked out in powdered wigs and other old-timey outfits. The Villages, Florida. It's easy to overlook the peculiarities of this retirement community. However, the STD rates in the Villages are staggeringly high, suggesting that the residents here have found a very unconventional way to liven up their golden years. Ashburn, Georgia. While visiting Georgia, head on down to Ashburn and take in the splendor of the world's largest peanut statue. Wahiawa, Hawaii. The world-famous Dole Plantation in Wahiawa offers an intriguingly shaped hedge maze in the shape of a giant pineapple. It's a fun, interactive activity for visitors to enjoy. Preston, Idaho. During the early 2000s, fans of the movie Napoleon Dynamite were known to make a pilgrimage to Preston just to catch a glimpse of where some of their favorite scenes were filmed. Collinsville, Illinois. If you ever find yourself in the small town of Collinsville, Illinois, you won't be able to miss the world's largest ketchup bottle. This 65-foot hot sauce-shaped building is just one of many tourist attractions that contribute to a small town's charm and quirkiness. Santa Claus, Indiana. Santa Claus is not just the man who brings you presents, it's a town in Indiana too. If you're looking for an extra dose of holiday spirit, this Midwestern paradise could be just the ticket. Maharishi Vedic City, Iowa. Created in the 90s to spread contentment, this city relies on ancient architectural styles and practices said to embody peace. The municipality was the first all-organic city in 2005 by banning chemicals like artificial pesticides and fertilizers. Cocker City, Kansas. Visiting the world's largest ball of twine might not be the most glamorous tourist destination, but it certainly is one of the most unique. The twine ball has grown for more than 60 years now and weighs nearly 10 tons. Williamstown, Kentucky. The Ark Encounter in Williamstown, Kentucky has been a destination since 2016, presenting Noah's Ark straight out of the Bible. It encompasses 3 decks featuring displays, animal statues, and more. Transylvania, Louisiana. Forget the notorious hometown of Dracula. There's a real Transylvania in Louisiana, just waiting to be explored. However, it's a blink and you'll miss it tiny town, so don't expect much in terms of entertainment. Freeport, Maine. The desert of Maine, in Freeport, has been left behind by an Ice Age glacier, leaving a patch of sand surrounded by the traditionally colder and more coastal areas. Baltimore, Maryland. Baltimore is the jewel of Maryland, and although it has a rich history all its own, horror fans know that it's a must-see destination. Edgar Allan Poe resided in the city for much of his life, and you can go to visit his final home as it stands in all its spooky glory. Fall River, Massachusetts. In 1892, the notorious murderer Lizzie Borden hacked her parents to death in this very town. These days, the site of these gruesome deaths is now a bed and breakfast. Hell, Michigan. While Hell, Michigan may seem like your average small town at first glance, dig a little deeper, and find some truly unique features. Residents have embraced their namesake, with Hellhole Diner serving up devilish cuisine and the Hell Chapel of Love offering wedding ceremonies. Kensington, Minnesota. Kensington was a sleepy little town for many years until the 1898 discovery of a stone tablet bearing an alleged inscription from 14th-century Scandinavian explorers. Thanks to this unexpected find, Kensington suddenly made its name known far and wide. Clarksdale, Mississippi. The story of people selling their souls to the devil is centuries old, and musician Robert Johnson allegedly made a deal with Old Scratch himself at the crossroads found in Clarksdale, Hannibal, Missouri. This small town was the childhood home of beloved author Mark Twain, and it's a popular destination for fans of his literature to pay homage to. His old home has even been transformed into a museum. Arley, Montana. If you're in search of a spiritual respite, head over to the Arley Buddhist Monastery. Here, visitors will be met with 1,000 statues of the Buddha as they meander through a peaceful garden. Monowi, Nebraska. Monowi has the truly remarkable distinction of being the only incorporated town in the United States to have an official population of 1. Elsie Eiler is responsible for everything from taxes to operating the local library and even serving as mayor. Tonopah, Nevada. If you're looking to get your hands dirty, Tonopah could be the perfect place for you. The town is home to a unique turquoise mine where ambitious miners can dig around and find these sought-after gems. Gorham, New Hampshire. Gorham is the kingdom of moose, and there's no denying their importance here. All year round, moose watchers can traverse this area to get amazing views. It really is nature's best show. Hopewell, New Jersey. The small town of Hopewell has seen more than its fair share of dark days, with the infamous Lindbergh baby kidnapping and murder taking place in the 1930s, an event that still shows up in pop culture today. Roswell, New Mexico. For those looking for something otherworldly, Roswell is the place to go. Even if you're skeptical of UFO sightings, you will be sure to find some exciting tourist attractions in this quirky town. Lily Dale, New York. Lily Dale is home to a gated community full of psychics. This spiritual hotspot has grown over the years, due to its reputation for attracting seers, fortune-tellers, and various visionaries. Rose Hill, North Carolina. Who would believe that the largest frying pan in the world is actually useful? Well, visitors of Rose Hill, North Carolina get to put this claim to the test every year at the North Carolina Poultry Jubilee, an event where hundreds of chickens are cooked up. Center, North Dakota. Center, North Dakota, is the undisputed center of the North American continent. With latitude and longitude markings at 47 degrees north and 97 degrees west, many have confirmed that Center is in fact the center. Dublin, Ohio. Located in Dublin, Cornhenge is a strange monument created by the France family in homage to Sam France, the family's patriarch and legendary hybrid corn developer. Tahlequah, Oklahoma. Mr. Ed was a show that followed the friendship between a talking horse and its owner. It became an American classic, and its four-legged star was buried in Tahlequah, Oklahoma. Lakeview, Oregon. In 1945, 6 Lakeview, Oregon citizens met their untimely end when they stumbled upon an official Japanese military balloon. Little did they know that among the traditional double helix cords was a deadly payload, an active bomb. Centralia, Pennsylvania. It's hard to believe that Centralia once had a booming population of 1,000 people. Since 1962, though, it's been declining rapidly as the coal fire burning underneath the entire town continues to spread. Providence, Rhode Island. When it comes to classic architecture, Providence offers plenty to choose from. However, the fleur-de-lis studios rise above them all with their quirky and unique exterior. Gaffney, South Carolina. Gaffney is an unassuming town that most people would be unaware of if it weren't for the iconic Peachoid water tower that looms over the skyline. For years, people have stopped to marvel at this 135-foot-tall homage to the peach industry. Clark, South Dakota. Every year, the townspeople of Clark gather for a rather unusual event, mashed potato wrestling. It's held to commemorate Potato Day, and it's become an incredibly popular tradition among locals. Oak Ridge, Tennessee. Oak Ridge is referred to as the Atomic City, as it served as the secret production site for the development of an atomic bomb during the Manhattan Project. Marfa, Texas. Don't waste your time idling away in Roswell or loitering around Area 51. It's time to head over to the mysterious Marfa. At night, you may see a phenomenon known as the Marfa lights, a perplexing phenomenon that scientists have been unable to explain. Hilldale, Utah. Hilldale might raise an eyebrow when outsiders visit. Home to a significantly large number of members of the Fundamentalist Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, it may be a strange place for those unaware of the locals' beliefs. Waterbury, Vermont. If you're in Waterbury, don't miss the unique opportunity to tour Ben & Jerry's headquarters. Founded right here in Waterbury more than 40 years ago, the company is an industry leader. Tangier, Virginia. Nestled in the center of the Chesapeake Bay, this small island town is a linguistic treasure trove for anyone interested in dialects and accents. Many describe the local accent as a combination of American and British. Seattle, Washington. Seattle is the place to be. From the rolling hills of the Pacific Northwest to cultural mainstays like the Museum of Pop Culture, Seattle has a little something for everyone. Philippi, West Virginia. The Barber County Historical Museum in Philippi has an intriguing collection of relics, including mausoleum-quality mummies. Some were gifted by visitors from other countries, while others were unearthed and preserved by local farmers and curators. New Glarus, Wisconsin. Located in southern Wisconsin, this quirky little village was established by Swiss settlers back in 1845 and features plenty of Swiss-style architecture. Many residents still speak the original Swiss dialect. Finn Deli, Wyoming. Buford was almost entirely devoid of life until its sole remaining family sold the entire town to a Vietnamese coffee company for $900,000, which renamed it Finn Deli. Find more at alot.com.